Hey, I'm Victor, and this is my 92 Celica GT. We're going to do a series on various modifications and upgrades, and hopefully change it from a car that looks old and plain to something that stands out a little bit better on the streets. Alright, so this is my Celica. A few things I've done to it already to improve it. When I bought it originally, there were some issues. The first thing is there was a major oil leak coming from here, from the blow light. The hose was bad and letting oil drip down the valve cover, so I fixed that. The intake air filter box was, the rubber was cracking, so it was preventing it from filtering the air properly. So I went ahead and made a short ran intake. Done an oil change on it. Everything that came out was good. No shrapnel or glitter or anything concerning, so it should be a pretty healthy motor. Later on we'll be doing a compression test and leak down test on the cylinders to see exactly what the condition of the motor is. Hopefully that turns out good. We can do a few more things to help the performance. Wheels were changed out. The factory ones were pretty hideous. They were 15-inch steel wheels with peeling hubcaps. A little hard on the eyes, so I switched it out with some Scion TC wheels. Bolts right on, no issues. Have to use the Scion TC lug nuts because it's a mag wheel lug nut. It is not an acorn lug nut like the factory Celica lug nuts. Put a roof rack on it. Various parts were sourced off eBay to get this mounted on here. One of the harder parts is the extension kit. So that's very specific to this car because there is not a second place for this to mount to. So normally you'd have two mounts here, whereas the Celica is too short and you need to put one on there. So got that on there after a while sourcing parts. Back here, you have an issue that is common with these cars. Pretty much take this out. That goes right down. So we'll get some new shocks, get that working pretty good the way it should. That way it doesn't knock me on the head when I'm in there. Interior wise, factory interior, floor mats are a little rough. Seat has a nice little tear in it, which is common for the Toyotas. We'll get some better parts in there so that way it doesn't look so raggedy. Change the steering wheel out with the factory one because the factory steering wheel is pretty ate up after 20-something years. The steering wheel kind of degrades a little bit. So, we went ahead and installed a air-fuel ratio gauge. Just went ahead and went to data log where our air-fuel ratios are at. For when we modify, we make sure it doesn't get too lean or doesn't get too rich. Got to keep those happy, otherwise we have an unhappy motor. It currently has 248,000 miles on the odometer. So the mileage is kind of up there, but not too bad for a Toyota. These motors have taken pretty well. If you take good care of them, they'll last a while for you. Body's got some issues. Right here, tree came down. So overall, it could have been a whole lot worse, but battle scars. And then over here, got some side swipes. Overall, it's not too bad. It's got a little bit of rust, common for the cars, but I think it'll make a decent car to play around with and upgrade a little bit. Alright, so that's a quick overview on the car. Pretty much showed you what we're starting out with. Have made a few adjustments to it already, but pretty much this is how the car sits, and we're going to go from here. So we will keep you posted on the modifications we make to this thing as we go. Got a few plans on it. See where we go from here, and hopefully it should be fun.